Wagwan YouTube family, my name's Eric. This is the Eric Evolving channel. If you're not yet subscribed, you already know, like, comment, and subscribe, baby. Let's do it. So, I am recovering today from a nice night last night, but said I had to come up here and do this damn video, man, get this knocked out. So, appreciate you guys watching. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Florida, as we always do. I'm going to go over what I've been up to, go over the Florida man story of the week, which is wild, and do some comments, shout outs. So let's get right into it, man. Let's go. So, first thing I want to cover today, or one of the main topic I wanted to go over today, is the inflation in Tampa. And I came across a story that said Tampa basically had the worst inflation across the nation. And I thought that was interesting and wanted to kind of share it with you guys. The link to the article will be in the description, so you can check it out for yourself. So it says, while inflation is down nationally, it's not down quite as much in the Tampa area. According to the new inflation reports published by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, while the national inflation rate fell 6.4%, Tampa is still at above 8.9%. While the national inflation rate rose a reported 0.5% year over year in January, for Tampa it rose 1.7%. So that's 3 times higher than the rest of the country, our year over year inflation, which is crazy. Despite the drop in inflation rates, Tampa is still seeing food costs as one of the largest price increases for families to face. I could definitely attest to that. Tampa's food index rose 1.3% from November to January, reflecting increases in the food at home and food away from home. So food at home is 1.4% higher, so I guess the grocery store stuff, and food away from home, like restaurants or whatever, is plus 1.1% increase. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 4 of the 6 major grocery store food group indexes increased over the bi-monthly period, most notably the index of meats, poultry, fish, and eggs. We all know what's going on with eggs. Prices are coming down a little bit on eggs, though. Energy costs for electricity in Tampa were also up 14.8% over the past year, while food costs were up 8.5% in total. So, and then they also go over like a chart that shows, and I'll put up a picture of the chart here that shows what the numbers are looking like in terms of the inflation rates, and how Tampa is basically on top of this list. And I have to say, man, it's crazy. The inflation rates of prices of everything is just ridiculous. I was just in Walmart like a couple days ago and came out with 20 items, man. I looked at the receipt. It was 20 items. Bill was $130. And I didn't feel like I got anything expensive or anything crazy. It was just like regular supermarket shopping, and it was $130. And I said I remember specifically because the receipt said 20 items. So that was kind of that was definitely a little bit of a surprise to me. But I said the Tampa area is just Tampa period is just really expensive. It's really expensive out here. You have to be shopping around. You have to be a little bit smart with how you're spending your money. And I think, and from the chart, and I showed the chart, it's not only Tampa, right? Also in Miami, it's just kind of the same thing down there. They're number 2 for places with essentially the worst inflation. So Florida is basically on the map, all over the map for the inflation increases. So if you're thinking about moving down here, that's definitely something to consider. The bad thing is I don't see it going away very soon. So hopefully that changes though, but we'll see. But that's the story that I wanted to bring to you guys. I found it very interesting. And I said it's something that's affecting me, something that I'm dealing with on the day-to-day. So wanted to kind of share that story with you guys. So check it out from the link below. And now let's move on to Wagwan with me. What's going on with me? So, as I said, man, I'm going to have to use the filters on this video because I know I must be looking crazy right now because I had a pretty good night last night. Didn't go out, stayed in and just had a great night, had a few drinks, and yeah, it was a good night. It was up pretty late. But a couple weeks ago, went out to the Monster Energy Supercross, which is basically motorcycles riding around a track that's within Raymond James Stadium, which is the football field down here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I took my son out there. We went down there. It was raining, and I come to realize like not everything is for me, right? I don't like everything. So the week before, I went to Monster Jam with the trucks, and they're going crazy. Love that. Came to the Supercross. Didn't like that at all. The motorcycles just kind of racing around, and I couldn't follow I couldn't follow who was leading and whatever. It was just, to me, it was just too chaotic. So to all you Supercross fans out there, shout out to you. It's just not for me. It's definitely not for me. I've been in the gym, still putting in that work in the gym. But I'm going to switch up the workouts this week. I feel like the weight hasn't been moving as fast as it should be moving, so I'm going to switch up my workouts this week. See if I can knock off like a good 10 to 15 pounds within the next 4 weeks. I got to get right, man. I got to get right. I got to get tight for the summer, baby. Got to get right and tight. So that's what's going on with me. As I said, apple juice. I'm definitely feeling the apple juice from last night. So I need some tips, man. Leave me some tips on how to get over, hangover from apple juice. All right. Now on to my next segment, which is Florida Man. So I actually have a video for this Florida Man this week, which is good. So let's check it out together.
A Florida man is facing assault charges after authorities say he threw an alligator through an open Wendy's drive-thru window. You heard
Typical
right.
Florida
man. It happened in October, but the suspect was only recently taken into custody. Officials say 23-year-old Joshua James pulled up to the drive-thru for his order, and the server handed over a drink. While the back was turned of the server, James reached into the back of his truck and tossed the 3.5-foot gator through the window. James faces charges of aggravated assault and unlawful possession and transportation of an alligator. That is a charge. His parents say the incident was a harmless prank that was blown out of proportion.
Just a stupid prank that he did that's now turning into this.
And you definitely believe this was a prank?
Oh, 100%, because he's a prankster. He does stuff like this because he thinks it's funny.
The Florida Fish and Wildlife was far from amused, though. They used a credit card receipt from the soda James purchased prior to the October incident to track him down in December.
They said, will he cooperate? I said, absolutely. He's not a bad kid. He's a stupid kid. He did a stupid prank. He had no problem with turning himself in.
You're saying that he is not a violent person?
Absolutely not. It was a total prank.
Officials say James admitted to picking up the gator on the side of a nearby road and bringing it to the drive-thru window. The alligator was released into a nearby canal. For 11 News Now, I'm Catherine Amenta.
Florida man, boy. Florida man strikes again. Who the hell picks up a damn alligator on the side of the road? Like, I see alligators all the time, and trust me, like, I'm not going nowhere close to that thing. And she said, oh, it's a harmless prank. Boy, that wouldn't be a harmless prank for me, because, shit, like, that alligator could bite your damn hand off, or, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. That was not a good look. That was not a good look. Not a good prank at all. What do you guys think? But yeah, moving on to our comments, shout out, and any questions. So this is where I pulled the comments from the last video that I uploaded, and just kind of give shout outs for that. So You leave a comment under this video, we'll get you shout out next week. Top 3, baby. Let's go. So shout out to Billy Boo 1. My man said, Eric, I've followed you for the past 2 years. I moved from Queens, New York in the building, to Sarasota last September. I'm loving it. Last week I took a street legal golf cart tour of Tampa. It was awesome. Thanks for your channel. My man, listen, I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the comment, and I'm glad I was able to kind of help influence your decision. I said I just moved out here and figured, why not share my journey and my story, and a lot of what I was doing was helping me kind of just deal with the move, you know what I mean? Because moving to a new place, not knowing anyone, not, you know what I mean, just brand new, sharing my story and everything like that was almost like a form of therapy for me, where I would just be able to talk and be able to interact with people. And it worked out great because I met so many people from the video. So it's been great. So shout out, man. Glad you're loving it down there in Sarasota. I got to visit down there one day soon too. And then my next shout out is to Out and About with the Bakers. Check them out. Out and About with the Bakers. Check those guys out. They've been rocking with me for a while. Hey man, glad to see you're officially back. How are things? Plant City Strawberry Festival is coming up. Yes, shout out to Out and About with the Bakers. They live over in Plant City. So if you want to get their perspective and kind of check out just a different area within the Tampa Bay area, check them out. But yeah, never been to Strawberry Festival. I see they're advertising it. Ludacris is gonna be performing. I saw that. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go this year. Honestly, I don't believe this is gonna be the year. But who knows? If I find somebody to go with me, you know what I mean? It may work out. You know what I mean? If I find somebody that I wanna hang out with this guy, with this old crazy guy. And my next shout out is to Joe. Love the new format. Have you found a Jamaican supermarket in Tampa like Palm Tree on Boston Road in the Bronx? In Fort Lauderdale/Miami, they have lots of supermarket like this. Shout out to you, Joe. Yeah, so this is kind of like a New York thing, but yeah, the short answer is no. Haven't found that type of supermarket where it's just like a Caribbean supermarket, right? Where it's just like all like Caribbean, when I say Caribbean, I mean like Jamaican, Trinidadian, you know what I mean? Stuff where it's just like you get all your Jamaican stuff, all your anything Caribbean stuff. And I'm babbling a little bit. I haven't found anything like that, but I have found a couple places. So there's a couple of small, there's one small supermarket that I go to. It's down there on Fletcher, I want to say. And I'm going to put up the name, but I think it's called Jamaica Sunshine or something like that, or Caribbean Sunshine. I'll put up the name. But they're a small supermarket, and they have, they have a few things in there, so you could get a few things, but definitely not the size of like a big supermarket, you know what I mean? It's basically like it's like a deli kind of space that they have, you know what I mean? Very small, but have most of the stuff. And then another place that I go to is called Senwa Market. I'm going to put up the name because I'm probably not saying that right either. They're more like a wholesale supermarket, but they have a few Caribbean things in there as well. So, definitely not like the Bronx, but it's all good, you know what I mean? Like, I have to make do with what I have, which means I've been cooking a little bit more too, because can't really find, the Jamaican food and stuff like that isn't that accessible. So, I've been cooking, frying up some fish on beer things, frying up some swimmers. But yeah, man. But that's it. That's the video for this week, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, Yeah, I mean, if you have any questions or there's something that you want me to cover in one of these videos, please let me know and I'll try my best. All right. Thanks again. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace. You ready? Me ready. I mean, I real ready, not a punk ready, not a junk, not a punk, not a eat that ready. Welcome on YouTube family. My name's Eric. This is